Hey traders, want to make this quick video for you about a trade I did on EBON. I think this is a great video for new traders. I go through the whole psychology of why I took the trade and all the psychology behind it. And I call this a layup trade. As a trader, you need to be able to recognize these type of patterns because these are beautiful bread and butter type plays, low risk, high reward. And a lot of this stuff you only will realize after time, and that's why I say paper trade. Get that screen time. You need thousands of hours of repetition to actually be able to spot this stuff really fast. So I hope this helps you guys. It's a little long, but it's well worth it. So if you need help, reach out to me, istreamtrading@gmail.com. I'll do my best to make videos to help you. Until then, enjoy. Peace. Alright guys, I'm doing a recap here on this EBON trade. I saw this spike pre-market. It spiked above yesterday's highs and above yesterday's pre-market. You got a higher high, boom, another higher high. Okay, good, this is in play. I want it to come back down to this area because it looks heavy, right? It looks heavy. A lot of traders think this one's beat down done, but there's still a good amount of time on the clock for the day. So I just sat and watched this one for a little bit, and I'm looking for a retrace. I'm looking for a move back down into the daily. I'm looking for a pullback down into here. It gapped up into 6 something. I'm looking for a pullback into this 530 area, which would be a retracement of this candle. And the reason why I like this one, guys, is look, this thing gapped down, gap at 7, gaps down, sells off, and then boom, rocket ride right back up. And most of these days it's been gapping up, going back toward to fill the gap. So this one was a real nice trade for me. Go back to the 2-minute chart here, and you'll see how it just keeps building out into a nice falling wedge. Okay, and when I see a falling wedge like that, I'm looking for a nice pop, a retest, and then hopefully a continuation to the upside. Now the stock is already showing me that it's got some strength in these recent days, because even though it would gap up and sell off, it still would gap up. It would sell off next day, gap up, sell off, gap up, and yesterday it double bottomed. So I think you could see, yeah. So yesterday and the previous day, look, we got this nice double bottom right here. Basically 490, let's say $5, we'll call it $5. So it double bottomed, and then okay, boom, so this thing's popped again and sold off. So that's when I put my trend line right there. Okay, and market opens, and I'm looking to buy right into this zone, guys, right into this zone, this 530s, 540s. So it pops. I bought a little bit right here at 550. It came back down. I didn't have this trend line put in just yet, but you'll see why in a second, right? So I wanted to see it come back down a little further, and my plan was to scale in all the way into this 520s. I wanted to see it come back all the way in here. Never got there. I added a little more at 542 or something. I got it basically at 545 average, and then at this point I'm just waiting. I drew this trend line right here, so I was waiting to see if this would kind of wiggle around for a little bit and then pop. And this is a 2-minute chart, so gave it to me a little earlier, but you can see we're still going sideways, so that's some price acceptance there. So I'm basically just scaling into my position at these lows. In my opinion, low risk, high reward trade, because I need to see it break down here, to get stopped out of the trade. But yet, my entry's at 540, so it's low risk. You're risking 20 cents, and of course I'm looking for the gap fill at 7. May not happen today, it may or may not. So I'm already in here, guys. When I see it pop above VWAP here, I get out right here, because look, we got this pivot right here, so I get out, and I'm waiting for this retest down here back to the breakout area, right? So boom, it comes down right here. This is your buy zone again. Some guys, you want it to come down there. Obviously in real time it's a little more fluid, so you're kind of just adding, and hoping to just get the bounce right here. So I was hoping for a better entry here, but whatever. So you know, it popped. It basically tested this trend line. It got the pop. It comes back down. You know, now we're going sideways, so that's good in my opinion. You know, we pop, come down. Now we're just kind of. So now, you know, what I spotted is, okay, oop, 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 we got another another falling wedge here, right? We got basically another falling wedge. We got these pivots here, and you know, a lot of traders would be getting out of this trade. I'm adding to my position here. You know, this is where I want to add, right back into my trend line, right in another falling wedge. So now I'm looking for a pop into, you know, we got zone 1, zone 2. Now I'm looking for a pop into zone 3 right here. And, you know, that's basically what I got. You know, it was a real nice trade. Guys, these are bread and butter plays. These are layups in my opinion. As a trader, you need to be able to spot these, you know, nice falling wedge with pop. Even if you miss this pop, which if you miss it, you always wait for the retest. You know, on a falling wedge, almost always they're going to come back and retest this bottom of the trend line, or maybe the top. It's always going to come back in there. So I added into all these dips in the trend line, and then I'm selling again into this resistance here. You know, I'm looking for a bigger push, but I'm still scaling out. And you know, on these pushes here, I'm scaling out of my trade. You know, all the way up. So when I seen this thing put in this reversal right here, that was my signal that I needed to get out. You know, so I had only a quarter position left, you know, on this pullback, and you know, my average, I was already in here at 540, sold some here, bought some more. You know, I was just basically scalping these moves nice and easy, and you know, I'm out of the trade. I think I sold my last piece somewhere right in here at the 650s or something. You know, right in that area. So yeah, right up, yep, there it is. See, I sold right up in here. I was looking for 7. I'm like, you know, that was it. I had a quarter of my position left. I sold it out right there. It looked to me like it was going to fail. When I see these 2 red candles, and I saw this real small range, you know, and then this green candle had no range on it, that was it for me. You know, it was time to get out of the trade. And you know, it was coming into 11:30, 12:30 market time, going into lunch. So that was it for me. So so that was the psychology behind it, guys. Again, it popped, it faded, real nice, falling wedge, pop, retest, and we go to new highs. You know, for the day. Now, it didn't clear pre-market highs. No. Did it go back to 7? No. But you know, the characteristic of the way this thing has been acting the last few days, and how it closed today, I would not be surprised if it hit 7, or maybe even gapped up to 7 and then sold all the way off. So, all right, guys, I hope this helps you. I know it's a long video, but at the end of the day, it's screen time and experience that help you recognize these plays. You know, obviously, as it's building out, you don't see it right away, but you know, when you have thousands and thousands of hours of screen time, you start to recognize these patterns as they're developing. You know, you start to see it. Ooh, this looks like it might be a head and shoulders. Oh, this looks like it might be a falling wedge. Oh, this looks like a bear flag developing here. You know, so the more screen time you have, the better trader you're going to be. So I would recommend to you that you should paper trade and do replays like this on TradingView as much as you possibly can. It will really help you tremendously, and at the end of the day, you need thousands and thousands of hours of screen time to really be proficient at you know, how you're getting these entries and exits. You know, a lot of new traders ask me, well, aren't you scared to buy that? I mean, it looks like it's selling off. I mean, yeah, it does look like it's selling off, but that's what they want to do, right? They want the inexperienced traders to get shaken out. They lose their money, and the experienced traders like myself, they see that it's falling into support. It's a no-brainer. You got to buy there. If it breaks support, you're out. Okay, this was not a low float stock. This is a higher float stock, so this isn't like one of those stocks that's just going to dump off on you. You know, it's like a 70 million float. So I was expecting it to take a good amount of time, you know, to get back to where it needed to go. So, all right, guys, hope this helps you. You need help, reach out to me, istreamtrading@gmail.com. I'll do my best to help you. And until next time, guys.